Hi, I'm Canyon.
Hi, I'm Austin.
And this is How You Figure Nuts. Alright guys, today is our first video, How You Figure Nut. We're just going to basically introduce ourselves today. And we're going to introduce ourselves today and maybe tell a brief little story. So, starting off, I'll just talk about myself. My name's Canyon Lou. I'm 18, from West Virginia. I like sports. Mostly I watch football. I do like basketball. I don't like the Warriors. I like the Lions, sadly. Yeah, they're getting worked right now. I'll talk more about me as we go. That's just a brief little thing, brief little intro of me. So this is Austin right here.
Alright, I'm Austin Wolf. I'm 18. I also live in West Virginia. I like basketball. It's my favorite sport. I thought I was about to win the championship. Bet. Anyway, I like the NFL also. I like the Redskins. And this is a story we're going to tell about the time that we almost caught a trespassing charge.
Yeah. Not really, almost. Just
There was a slight chance.
It's like, yeah, a little chance, bro. Not a big chance, a little chance of it. Not a lot. Small chance.
So, basically, if you're not from West Virginia, then you don't know that there's not a lot of things to do around here.
No, there is not.
There's a lot of little urban legends, and we got word that there's an urban legend of a haunted hospital
Right.
far out in the boonies.
Yeah, a ways out. Y'all don't know what that is. It's the woods, okay?
Uh,
It's the woods.
Away from everything.
Yeah.
So, what happened was, I went a couple times with other people. Not Canyon, he went with me one other time before this.
Yeah.
And there was this one time that I was there. Crazy things happened every time I went. There was only one time that I experienced anything that I thought was paranormal. But the first time I go, I'm so scared. Because
I was freaking out my first time, too.
where it's out in the middle of nowhere, it's dark. There's no lights.
Oh, nah. No lights except your car if you leave it on.
And the first time I went with probably a group of about 6. And people go there from all around. There's people there from so many different places. And this dude, we're at the top floor, and he takes the water fountain and rips it off the wall.
Out from the wall.
And so I told my friends about it, of course. And
One of them being me.
I also told my brother. And my brother...
Older brother.
You hear me, Taylor? You didn't believe me.
Right.
But it does exist. I can promise you that. And
It did exist.
me and Kenny went
Right.
with a couple other people.
You remember what month it was? You remember? What season was it?
It was...
Was it cold? It was cold, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was...
It was probably fall. It's probably fall.
I think it was right before New Year's.
So it was winter then.
Yeah.
Alright, it was winter, so it's cold out already.
Because my brother came in for Christmas.
Cold and dark, no lights.
And he left before New Year's. So...
Right, yeah, that's right.
We walk in, and everything's normal. Usually, when you walk in, there's 2 sections. And when you look down the left hallway, you see all the doors open. And then you look to your right, you see all the doors open.
Keep in mind, everything in this place is strung out.
Yeah.
Nothing's where it should be.
Like-
you got things in the hallway. You got trash in the hall. You got items from what was previously there in the hall. You got things from people being there in the hall. Just all kinds of stuff. All over the place down the halls.
And I was taking them to see the one room that was untouched. And it was like a room, I'm not even kidding you. It was a surgeon room. And they still had like the light, like the little lamp that they do. And like the...
You good? And the what? keep going.
The bed.
Yeah, the
Like
bed.
the surgical bed.
Right.
And they still had needles in there. So that's pretty creepy. So I wanted to show them that.
Right.
Well-
Me and his brother. His older brother who was in town for New Year's.
And
Like for one day.
we brought him
Lives
here.
a state away.
We brought him here because he was the one saying, "No, this doesn't exist.
Right.
This isn't real. It's not haunted." Well, we see headlights pull in. We're like, "Okay, that's not anything."
First thing, we barely get through the door. Usually you're in there and it's nothing. We barely got through the door. I'm telling
It
y'all,
was a
I walked
good-
maybe 5 feet through the door.
Yeah,
That was it.
A good couple steps.
Yeah, barely some steps, bruh.
as soon as we walk in, we see headlights. So I'm like, okay, don't freak out. This is normal.
Yeah.
There's people come here all the time. And next thing I know, I'm looking through the window. I can see the reflection of the headlights.
And then you see that blue flash.
The
boy.
blue flash.
Oh,
And I'm
God.
like, my brother says, well, they got us.
He said, "Yep, it's the cops." We said, "What?"
And he's like,
The one time, bro.
he's like, we're just going to go out. So we go out there, and he's like, what are y'all doing here? And, okay, so when you come in, there's like a little wall that like makes a little circle around the hospital. So he tells us to come out, and he tells
Which we do, no problem.
He tells us where to sit.
Nothing crazy at first.
Yeah, well,
Well, thing is though, this man, which I got no disrespect towards, this man sits me down right over a 6-pack of beer. And he shines a flashlight right in the spot he wants me to sit. Sees it in the flashlight and tells me to sit down. I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Yes, sir, I'll sit down." I'm not kidding y'all. I got manners like that. I sit down just where he says. I don't move. Next thing I know, he's talking to us, lecturing us. I got no problem. Like, yeah, I mean, there is some problems in the story, but let me tell you this much. He sits me down right over the beer, and then he says, "Oh, you brought that out?" I said, No, sir, you told me to sit here. I sat right here. I guess he didn't believe that or didn't like it. I'm sure he saw before he sat me down, and that's what got him mad about me knowing that. So he picks up the plastic bag of beer, and he takes it. He acts like Aaron Rodgers with this thing, bro. He chucks this thing across the yard, bro. He chucks it. He probably hit a window and knocked it out. I'm serious, he chucks this thing. After that, what happened after that?
okay, so
After that, he called backup, right?
yeah,
He calls him backup. For what? You know what I mean? For what?
We were just saying that. We were obeying
All three
the
of us.
rules.
All three of us.
He did exactly
All
what
three
he
of us
asked.
were sitting right there.
And
Right beside each other, not doing nothing. At all.
see,
I love the police. We love the police.
I was more worried about my brother.
Right.
Because he doesn't live here. So I didn't want him to be stuck in a little bit of a mess.
Little
And,
jam.
So
Excuse me.
basically, while we were waiting for backup, he takes our license down, and he's using that military code, and he asked me. He says, whose car is this? And I say, it's mine. And he's like, but you can't drive it. And I'm like, no, my brother drove it. And he was like, okay, well, you got anything in the car? And I was like, no, sir.
Nah, of course not. It's not like that.
So he's like, okay. Takes his flashlight.
Starts looking in.
Yeah,
Out of
thinking that we had
nowhere.
something.
Out of
Thinking that we-
nowhere. Off of what? Off of what reasoning did he do that? That's what I want to know. And I don't got no disrespect towards him except I don't understand where that came from. But I guess he just trying to do his job. But I don't know about that part right there. That's stupid to me. Anyway, either before, I don't know if it was before the flashlight or after, he radios for another guy. He radios for another guy, and the dude comes out. It's basically bad cop, good cop, bad cop is what they're playing basically. The first dude is there is chucking it like he's Aaron Rodgers down to Gary Jennings. He's acting like Greg Jennings. My bad. I'm from West Virginia, bro. Greg Jennings.
Hey, he's about to go to the draft too.
Yes, sir.
Don't
He's
sleep
nice.
on him.
Anyway, acting like he's Aaron Rodgers tossing it to Greg Jennings. The next guy comes in is acting all nice and actually just proper, like regular is what I'd say. Like not trying to be any type of way. You know how people with authority can be sometimes. So. But yeah, and then he knows he shouldn't be out there for no reason because he's clowning on the other cop right there. He's like, why did you bring me out here? Why did you bring me out here for this?
Right in front of us.
Yeah, right in front of it. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Then you know you're not doing something right. Why even call him out? That was stupid.
And this dude, the guy that was being nice and being cooperative with us said, he said, why did you come out here, honestly? And I was like, well, word around town is this place is haunted. And that cop told me, and I quote, the only thing this place is haunted by is asbestos.
Yeah.
So I felt like an idiot, but it was funny.
It was funny, but
And
might be wrong, man.
where this story really takes a turn is where I don't want to say bad cop, but the rude cop.
The one who was tossing the stuff around the yard.
He tells us that, buddy, there's trespassing signs all around.
Which there wasn't.
There was none.
No, not at all.
None. And,
Promise you.
But then right after that, he referred that people ripped them off. So, if it's that important to people, you would think that they'd put more.
Put them back up. Put something there.
And
or put
the entrance.
Or put a blockade.
Put
a wall.
The entrance was wide open. The entrance was saying, "Come on in."
It's a parking lot. It's a parking lot.
It was huge.
There's a parking lot right there.
And there's nothing blocking it.
No, not at all.
No.
It's right off. It's right off a side road. That's all it is. Right off. It's not. You don't even
side
gotta go
road,
down a way.
This side road connects to a little town.
Yeah.
So
you can see houses from there.
That also brings me to the point that another word around town is there were underground tunnels that led to different parts of the city.
I forgot about that actually.
But I took one underground tunnel, and
how far did you get on that? I never did that.
We didn't find it didn't lead to anywhere. Like it just was a dead end.
Right.
Like this big open room.
You probably did get possessed by some asbestos then.
I'm not kidding you. This room was just like rusty and had pipes everywhere. It was like something you see out of a Saw movie, and there were cages that they kept people in.
That's crazy.
And at
like
one
animals,
time,
like dogs, like animals.
At one time, this was a hospital for polio children.
Children?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And then they made it
I heard you right.
They made it into a mental hospital.
Right.
And I figured that they kept the mental people in the cages, but it's messed up anyway.
Either way, it's messed up, but you're probably right.
And
that's a bad thing.
The cages that they're in was not a joke.
See, I didn't see that. I don't know about that, but I believe it though. If you've seen the rest of it, you would believe that. If you even seen the rooms, you would believe that.
Oh yeah.
If you had seen the equipment in there, you believe that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy in there.
And there's one more. The time before I took him. That's because I took him twice.
Yeah.
Last time was
the thing we're talking about is the second time.
Yeah.
We've been telling is the second time.
The first time we went, we looked down this little Y wing, and I was going to the right, and people were like veering off, like we were splitting every which way. There was a good 8 people with us.
Yeah, it was a decent amount that time.
And
for protection, we don't know what we're gonna find. Really, we don't,
because that place was like ran by homeless people. There's like a homeless person village in there.
Yeah.
And where I've been so many times, I didn't believe it, but there's this one time that we looked down the left side of the Y wing when I was on the right, like right at the beginning of the right side.
Yeah.
And people would just start take off running.
I'm in the middle too. So first thing I hear is people like making noise. I'm like, oh, whoa. I'm looking around, and then I see people coming towards me. It's dark in there too. It's dark. You don't see that much in there. So
only thing you see is what the flashlight lets you see.
Yeah. So I see people run towards me. I'm like, all right, I'm gone. Everyone's gone.
Everybody ran for no reason. One person ran, and then everybody started running.
8 people was quicker than Usain Bolt in that hospital. I'm telling you, we was booking, bro.
But
over everything. We was jumping. There was hurdles in there. It was a whole track meet.
What we saw in there was a homeless person.
Yeah.
Peering through the door, staring at us.
Yeah.
But
you trying to scare us too. But that's what it worked. Sure. He did.
Yeah.
He scared me. I didn't care. I was ready to leave.
So
I was gone.
This is like the horror movie type stuff. Yeah. You think that you would leave, but we went back in. But we went to the left side instead of going to the right Y wing. So when we get to the left side, we hear a breathing. It's like a breathing sound, and all of us heard it at the same time. And
yeah, from it was kind of like you could hear it either around the corner or inside a room.
Yeah, and we went inside that room
from the main hall,
and there wasn't anything.
Yeah,
which was weird.
Yeah, especially someone like me where I believe in stuff like that, like paranormal things. And I think you do too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not saying that was paranormal, but I'm just saying just in case I'm not gonna take a chance to find out.
Speaking of that,
you know what I mean?
My house is haunted also, but we'll save that for a different time.
Maybe, yeah. I say I pretty much wraps up the story though, probably, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we told most of the good points of the story.
Yeah.
End of the day, though, here's why I look at it. If to these people it was such a big deal, and it was supposedly, if it was really a crime, like, if we was doing it in the worst way, you know, with malicious intent or anything like that, then, first of all, why would there not be signs up? And second of all, it should have been something given to us, right? But it was nothing. It was really, I really felt like he was just there to kind of try to lecture us, which I don't mind, but it's just kind of a funny way to do it, I think. I don't know. I don't think it's the best way. I mean, I don't run the world though, so don't listen to me too much, but maybe a lot. Other than that, the hospital, or it's not even a hospital no more. It's not abandoned no more. They done made it into a new property too.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel now?
Yeah.
So it's a hotel now, and they done cleaned up the property and everything like that, so.
I just think it'd be funny to go in there now
And see what it's like.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's way different.
And just think, wow, I could have been arrested.
Well,
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I'm dramatizing a little bit.
Yeah.
We couldn't have been arrested. 'Cause
Right.
Really, at the end of the day, it wasn't that big of a deal.
No,
it was
it
just made into a bigger deal than what it actually was.
Right. That's why it's funny now. Looking back, it's a funny story.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, I think that about wraps it up. So, hey, if you want to hear some more funny stories, we got a lot. We got a lot of stories to tell. We got a lot of insight to give, like I said earlier. We got plenty of things to say. I got a lot of opinions that I probably won't. Nah, I'll probably tell you. You know, we got good opinions though.
Yeah.
We like everybody. So, yeah, y'all. Tell us what you think about the video. You know what I mean? And give us any feedback because we'll appreciate it. I think, right?
Yeah.
We're not stubborn, right? No. We're gonna take the feedback, all right, y'all.
Hey, you can be mean if you want.
That's right.
We don't care.
We don't care.
It doesn't hurt us.
No, it don't. All right, y'all.
See ya.